So as we inch closer to November, what are the betting odds on the presidential candidates eventually moving into the White House? Well, our next guest has the inside scoop. Why? Because Jamie Gold was the World Series of Poker champion, an expert odds analyst. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to bow down to you because I know basically nothing about poker, really. I half do the slots. So why is betting a better indicator of who's going to win than the polls?
Well, you know, they say that in the history of elections, people have been betting on elections, even back to the Roman times. And you would figure that when people are polling, they're not really giving you the true outcome because sometimes they're not going to talk about it for social pressure. They don't want their spouses to know who they're going to bet on. They sometimes change their minds. But when people are betting real money, they're actually going to vote for whoever they really bet on. So you could really see the indicators, and the betting lines and the odds have, you know, historically been a much truer indicator of who's actually going to win.
Okay, so we're going to show what the betting odds right now are for the candidates. It's fascinating. So you have Clinton, Mrs. Clinton, at negative 140. What does that mean?
Okay, negative 140 means you'd have to bet $140 to win $100 on Hillary Clinton. So she's the out-and-out favorite as of right now. So if Donald Trump is at plus 250, you bet $100, you would win $250, and so on. So then, you know, some people love these big long shots. Like people think that maybe Joe Biden might get into the race and win. Maybe Mitt Romney will get into the race and win, but they're at 100 to 1 and 200 to 1.
Okay.
But the only way you can entice people to actually bet on them is to put up such crazy odds that it would make people feel like, well, maybe I'll bet on them. So odds are created so that there would be an equal amount on either side. So that's why they put up you know, the odds, and they actually change on a daily basis in the same way your news cycle does.
Okay, so just for people who might be listening on the radio or not seeing on the screen, Clinton is still the odds-on favorite to win, according to the betting. Then Trump, then Rubio, Sanders, Cruz, Bloomberg, Kasich, Biden, and Romney. Now, if you had to make a best bet for somebody right now, what would it be?
Well, there's actually a really interesting phenomenon that happens sometimes where you can bet on two different candidates and ensure that you're going to win one way or the other. So right now, it's about a 99% chance that it's going to be Hillary and Trump based on statisticians. So mathematically, those odds would make you want to bet on one or the other. But I believe that right now we have a spot, we call it a middle, where you can actually bet on both. So if you bet $80 on Trump, you would win $200 if he wins. If you bet $100 on Hillary, $140 on Hillary, you would win $100 if she wins. So if Hillary wins, you win $100, but you lost your $80 on Trump, you still win $20. If Trump wins, you win $200, but you lost the $140 on Hillary, you still win $60. So right now, today, it's not going to last, but there's a really sweet middle right there that you can bet both sides and guarantee you're going to win money.
This makes you excited, doesn't it?
Yeah. It is.
I can tell. You're like really into this. You're a good number cruncher. And by the way, you're not supposed to bet on the candidates. It's really not. It's not totally legal, is it?
Well, it's not legal in the United States, but there are sites all over the world, and people do it in the same way that you're not supposed to be betting on sports.
Right.
People are constantly betting, and they say that there'll probably be a $200 million bet on one side or the other by the time the election happens.
All right. I may have to come to you for some poker lessons.
No problem.
After the election cycle, though, when there's more time, okay?
Yes.
Jamie, good to see you.
Thank you.